Hey you, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about our Steemit front end site run by bitcoinmyk.com. This will be a tutorial on how to post, and not just posting, but one question that's come up quite a bit is our staking, how staking works with our Steemit front end site. So many of you all who know about the Steemit front end site run by bitcoinmyk.com is that you get basically Bitcoin NYK tokens based on the amount of followers you have on Steemit as well as your reputation score. And this is so every post you do, you gain tokens in relation to that. Now, many of you all understand that part, but the part that's been a little bit complicated is how does the staking rewards work in conjunction with that? So we're going to explain that today, just how that's done. Okay, so I'm going to get you over to those pages. Okay, so once you get ready to do a post with our front end site, it's a little bit different from how you do it over on steemit.com. This is a process you only have to do once, and we'll explain how this works. So generally what you have with a Steemit front end site is there's the integration of Steam Connect. That's generally how we work through the system. This works a little bit different. You can actually post to our site your Steemit posts and blogs without using Steam Connect. And that works better for some because with us, you don't have to use a private key, a posting key, or a master key, or any of those things. We're going to explain to you why you don't have to use any of those things and how it works. So what the first thing you need to do is you have to basically put your Steemit name in, your account name, log your reputation score, how many Steemit followers you have. And as you can see here, it shows you that if you have 25 to 34 rep score, and that's the lowest rep score you have, you generate one token on every post you do. Now, this is on every post you do. The system is basically estimating your value based on your rep score and followers. So it looks at those things to consider if the value of your post, okay? And the reason that's done is this is a more general system to determine value of a post, more so than it being, specifically just maybe based on one person or a few people. With the combination of these things, the idea is the factor that you're a good actor, right? So if you got 1 to 100 followers, you also get a token per post. So just say, for instance, even if the average post then is going to get 2 tokens just for posting with us per upload. Now, it's not Steam dollars you're getting. It's not Steam back dollars. But what it is it's a Bitcoin MYK token that works in relation to what a smart media token will work in. And that basically just means that the token value trades against Steam. So you could trade it for Steam, right? So you just still turn around and sell it for Steam. So it's still like you're getting Steam for it, right? Now, here's an important part you need to understand. Up here where it says the Freedom Exchange, get your wallet here. To collect your tokens, you do need a Freedom Exchange wallet. Now, Freedom Exchange is integrated with Steemit. And so that basically means the tokens could be sent from Steemit to the Freedom Exchange. It can be sent from Steam Engine Marketplace to the Freedom Exchange and back and forth. And as I understand it, the Freedom Exchange will be as well using Steam Connect very soon here, either this week or sometime in the near future. So what that means is that getting your wallet with Freedom Exchange is going to be very easy if you use Steemit, right? And if you don't use Steemit, you can still get one. So you're gonna need that. But all you have to do is input your Steemit name, right? Now, here's why you don't need Steam Connect, and here's why you're gonna be able to secure your account, and we're gonna be able to make sure that the right person's getting the credit. In order for you to get your tokens and do your posts, you have to fill out this form. So you have to post your URL to your last Steemit post, right? And when you do that, when you post the URL to your last Steemit post, you fill out these things, the stake tokens, right? And we're going to get into that next. But if you don't have any token stake, don't worry about that. We're going to explain that in a second here. You can leave that blank. But where it says the Bitcoin NYK deposit memo, you're going to need to have to fill that out to get credit. Now, there's two things to this. These two things you need to understand. You don't have to input your Bitcoin, your Bitcoin deposit memo key from Freedom Exchange right away to start blogging with our site. In other words, if you don't have a Freedom Exchange account yet, you can still go ahead and blog and you'll receive credit for your Bitcoin NYK tokens. But bear in mind, until you have a Freedom Exchange wallet, your tokens will go there. So you're going to have that wallet to receive our tokens, which can trade on these Steem-based exchanges against Steem. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and start blogging with our site, you can, but just know at some point in the future to collect those tokens, you're going to need to get your memo key. Getting your memo key is quite easy. All you need to do is when you're on the exchange, okay, it's just like any standard exchange you use. You go under deposit, right? And go under funds, then go under deposit, and it's going to generate your memo key, just like what you get in your standard exchanges. It's going to be a series of numbers, and that's what you're going to put here in the Bitcoin deposit memo section, right? So now that you have a understanding of how that works, once you fill out the form, what's going to happen is your last post is going to start to display. It might take a few minutes. It might take 10 or 15 minutes or so on the first one. But once you do the first one, your last post is going to auto-generate on the site. Now, the thing is this. So it'll be like cross-posting. You'll do it from Steemit after that. Every time you post on Steemit, it's going to show up on our site. So what you need to do is once you do that, when you're actually compensated for the cryptocurrency, the tokens, you're basically going to get a reply on your post, right, that you're being paid for. So every time you go to claim to get paid for that post, we're gonna send your reply over to your Steemit post, and it's gonna say that you've been compensated in Bitcoin NYK tokens for this post, whatever the amount is, right? And that's how we verify that. That's why we don't need the private keys and the posting keys. And so for those of you all who don't like to give those things out, that's not a problem with us. Although in most cases they're safe to give them out to many of the projects that use Steem Connect, right? But you don't have to do it with us. It's much more efficient. It's much faster that way. And that's how we verify that it is your account and not somebody else's. So now that you kind of understand that, let's get over to the staking, right? Now, right here on the form, if you don't have any stake tokens, you just skip that. But if you have stake tokens, what you need to do is go here to stake tokens multiplier, and you're going to put in the number of stake tokens you have staked. It usually starts on an average of about 100 staked Bitcoin NYK tokens. And what you see here is you get one additional token per 100 tokens you have staked, as well as you get a normal monthly staking reward in 30 days, right? So let's get you over to the staking page to show you how to actually stake the tokens. Okay, so on the staking page, you just go to menu and you hit stake tokens, right? And when you get there, as you can see, your stake tokens, it will say stake tokens are return a rate of 29.9 tokens every 30 days per 100 tokens that are staked, right? So you're going to basically get that amount of tokens returned to you at this point in time. That number can change every month with the platform. In addition to that, for every 100 stakings you have staked, as you saw on the Steemit posting page, you will receive 1 per 100 on every post that you do on Steemit.com. Now, to do this, you just put in your Steemit name. You have two choices. If you have tokens over on the Waves network, you're able to send them through Waves by just sending the tokens here to our Waves address, right? And then here it'll show, once you complete all of that, it's going to show the number of tokens you stake, your account, what is your expected token return rate, and the maturity date. And so you're going to transfer it to your Waves, our Waves wallet, the amount of tokens you want to stake once you fill out the form. And if you're on a Freedom Exchange, you're going to transfer them to from your Freedom Exchange wallet. You're going to transfer them to our memo key here, and you can do that from Steam Engine as well. You can send them over from Steam Engine to get to us in that way. So that way we get the tokens, and once you get that, your tokens are now staked, and you're now earning cryptocurrency, Bitcoin NYK tokens on those staked tokens, right? So that's how you do that. When you go back over and you fill out the Steemit posting page section, then you simply input the amount of tokens you have staked in the form, right? And then you'll start to earn that amount on your post. So back on the Steemit posting page, and this will all be available in the menu section. You just come down here again once you've completed your the tokens you stake from Bitcoin NYK, either from your Waves wallet or your Steam Engine wallet or your Freedom Exchange wallet. The 3 exchanges you can get our tokens on. You just come here and where it says stake tokens multiplier, you input the amount of stake tokens you have, as well as fill out the rest of your information that shows you all the different amounts of tokens you earn per post. Now, this is per post, and again, it's based on these factors. It works different. Our Steemit front end site works different from traditional upvoting, because this is based more on a merit to what you do, and not. It's a little bit turned away from the community, the idea of a community member being able to upvote you, and it's more geared to it being in relation to what you actually do on the site. But you see the stake tokens multiplier. Again, that's meaning per 100 tokens you multiply by 1, right? So if you got 1,000 tokens staked, that means you're going to earn 10 additional tokens on every post you do. Over on Steemit.com, again, once you do a post on Steemit.com, it's just going to auto-generate on our website. You're not going to have to do anything else. So it's a one post deal, right? Once you do that, the site's going to auto-generate your last post. Every time it's going to show up on the site. Boom, boom, boom. Every time you put it on there. Now, again, in order to get paid for these posts, to get our cryptocurrency that you start trading and earning on, in order to get those sent to you, you have to claim on every post. That's why here it says post URL to the last Steemit post you've done. Consequently, you have to do it when you first come in as well. Put your last Steemit post up here to get started posting, right? So it's a very, very simple process. In fact, I think it's so simple that it makes people think they missed a step. And so that's why we want to explain it in this video. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to ask them and try this out. Don't miss out on an opportunity because you're a little bit confused about something. This is really, really easy. 5 seconds, you should be done with this, right? And so you can start earning some cryptocurrency. You can trade for Steemit just based on the merits of what you do on the site. What that means that if you've worked hard on a post that wasn't fairly upvoted, in your opinion, this system is not based on that, right? So you'll have a different way to go about or have at least a different option to how you want to post, as well as doing your standard posts on Steemit and getting compensated on Steemit the normal way you've been doing that all along. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope it's answered many of your questions. Again, feel free to reach out to us if you're a little bit confused about this. We'll be more than happy to help you all out. But guys, that's all we want to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.